Yo, I did not expect Monica to do that. Like, of all things, like, that was the most.
Part 1.
How we still hear his
White
voice.
Clouds. Guardian Moon, where the goddess dwells. Long ago, the guardian Saros made an appearance during this moon. She had been summoned by the goddess, whose soul was suffering as the flames of war raged across Fodlan.
Really?
Some believe that high in the sky above Saros, the Immaculate One's mighty wings are what powered the strong winds carrying the Guardian and her forces into battle.
Oh. Uh-huh. Yep. I thought so.
Hey, Professor, got a minute? Look, I'm sorry I snapped at you. I didn't mean to lose my temper. I was rude to you. I should have known better.
It's alright.
Huh, I thought you might say that. In that way, you're just like Captain Gerald. You accept other people. You don't let petty details get under your skin.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, I kind of latched onto him. I've been calling myself his apprentice ever since. He spent some time in the village I grew up in. Actually, you weren't with him back then. Why not?
I don't remember.
Huh. Maybe he left you with a relative or something. Anyway, back then, Gerald's job was to deal with poachers. Well, they were bandits, but we called them poachers. Nobody in the village could stand up to them. But your dad, he took them on like it was nothing. I was so impressed. All I could think was how amazing mercenaries were. I'd lived in that tiny village my whole life, so to me, Captain Gerald was nothing short of a legend. So I went right up to him and I told him I was going to be his apprentice. He didn't stick around long after that, but he did teach me a lot while he was with us. Tactics, strategy, training routines, it was all so new and exciting. So after he left, I kept at it, kept training, just like he taught me.
I'm glad you got to see him again.
Me too. I always planned to meet him again once I became a top-tier mercenary. But I'm just glad I got to see him, to thank him properly and all. I've spent my whole life working to become a great mercenary like your father. There were so many times when I wanted to ask his advice, but I couldn't. I just had to make do.
She is gonna mention what happened, right?
That's how I've made it this far. Just hard work, all on my own. But then you come along. And it's like you don't appreciate Captain Gerald at all, or how lucky you were to have him around your whole life.
Like he just died.
Oh, it still really bothers me. You might be his kid, but I'm still his best apprentice. Got it?
Oh, okay, Leonie. This is literally the worst time to have this conversation. He just died. Why did it unlock after that? Alright, now that I don't understand. That was literally like the worst time to have that conversation. Who next? Claude? Oh no.
Day 5 of the Garland Moon, year 1157. Clear skies. I picked some flowers for her and returned home. The look of joy on her face at the sight of these flowers will be even more beautiful than the flowers themselves? Yeesh, that is enough. His entries from before your birth are full of such romantic blatherings as that.
Well, I mean, you know, he was in love.
Oh, it must be deeply moving you to hear such things, but now is not the time for whimsy. Someone is here. You do not wish for them to see you in this state, so pull yourself together.
I will.
I thought I might find you here, Teach.
Oh, Claude, hey. Hey, bro.
Not the type to wallow in solitude, huh? That's a relief, let me tell you. So, what were you reading? Is that Gerald's?
Yeah. Diary.
So it is. Hey, maybe this has some entries from when Gerald left the monastery. Is that so? He was the captain of the Knights, but something made him leave the monastery in a hurry. If it has something to do with your birth, knowing what happened may get us closer to knowing what secrets the church is hiding.
I don't think he would leave a diary out in the open. I feel like he'd want me to find something else.
Teach, would you mind letting me read that diary?
Claude, ain't the right time.
I know how important it is to you, but I'm not asking lightly. Please allow me to borrow it.
I mean, honestly, Claude wouldn't ask something that, you know... You may borrow it.
I'm forever in your debt, Teach. If you'd refused, I would have had to sneak in here in the dead of night. I wasn't looking forward to the prospect.
Claude?
Anyhow, let me fill you in on what's been going on lately, and not just as thanks for pointing me to that diary. Rhea dispatched the Knights to various locations in a frantic search for the enemy.
They're not gonna mention Monica's name at all? The killer?
There's a rumor that she's already secured some information. Something big is gonna happen soon.
She better give me that mission. She owes me that.
That has me wondering. If you find out where the enemy is, what will you do about it?
We will take care of them, Claude, as we always do.
If you ask, No, scratch that. All of us students would gladly lend a hand.
I appreciate that. And that's why, see, I had to think, I was like, I know Claude, I know what his reasons are. I know why he's probably asking. I trust him with that information. So that's why I gave it to him, even though I am still a betrayal.
Even if that means going against Rhea's wishes. Don't forget it.
And that's another thing. Claude ain't about what Ray is all about, so... Alright, man. Alright, we in this together.
Now
we in
go.
this together.
Everyone's worried about you. You'd better show them you're in good spirits.
Yeah. That's true. I can't let my
Thank you. You saved me.
If you were to die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only aim.
Tallis! Honestly looking kind of cool, not gonna lie, but I hate this dude too, because he saved her.
I'm afraid you must remain, Kronya.
Kronya.
There's something I need you to do.
Oh my goodness, it starts with a K. Nah, this ain't right.
Oh, of course. I'm always happy to cooperate with Solon. Leave it to me.
Is she about to... But she look...
Annoying.
Flame Emperor, is she offending you? Unfortunately, we cannot take our eyes off her, so there is nothing to be done.
Why the disguise? Like, she looks like she can transform like Tomas, right?
You are our greatest creation.
Creation?
We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame, that you may burn even the gods.
Wait. Is that why they want Flame's blood? To perfect the Flame Emperor?
Now is the time to cleanse Fodlan with that power and bring forth our salvation.
There will be no salvation for you and your kind. Those responsible for such gruesome deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need. All for a purpose.
Seems like there's 3 fractions. You know, I should have mentioned that Crimson Flower route. Is it with the Flame Emperor? Because that would be interesting. Kronya. Kronya. Oh my goodness, Monica. Anyways.
Hey, Teach. Do you believe in gods?
I
don't necessarily mean the goddess of the Saros religion, just gods in general. Do you believe that incredible beings who control the fates of all really exist?
Now, what you said is kind of different, Claude. Because depending on the person, they might believe that that their god or gods are letting things flow. You know, we have our own will. But if you're asking if I believe that our fate is set in stone, I do not believe that. but
That's not the answer I was expecting.
yeah,
Though, honestly, I've recently become a bit of a believer myself.
I can imagine. But I literally have, actually, for the sake of this plot point, Sotis literally... No, we tried! We used Sotis' power and he still died!
I've always hated the idea of praying to a god. After all, you can only really rely on yourself.
Like, it's like they were... Well, I mean, he could have just been perched up somewhere. But anyways.
I still believe that. You can't win a war by leaving your fate in the hands of a god.
I understand your logic.
Only tangible facts can really decide a war. Which side has the most troops, the best tactics, the better organization and planning?
Honestly, that's how I am too when it comes to... It doesn't matter how nice somebody is. It matters... That's why if somebody, in a case like Fire Emblem, if somebody has a terrible personality, but they're a beast in battle, I'll be more inclined to bring them on. But if somebody's, you know, they're great personality, but they're weak, I mean, I might work with them as I try to work with units that I like, you know? But at the end of the day, if someone's strong, like Lysithea, it's dumb to not bring her, so...
Of course, miracles can happen. And by that, I mean things that are completely outside of your control.
Not that I don't like Lysithea, I do.
Things that only seem to add up if you believe in the concept of fate. Things like, well, like meeting you, for example.
Fair, and the 1,000 year mark?
You just seem sort of impossible. I think everyone would agree with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can wield the sword of the Creator. You're a tactical genius, and you have this strange ability to earn the trust of anyone you cross paths with.
Not sure about anyone.
Before I met you, I never imagined that it was possible for someone like you to exist. And yet, now that I know you, your presence in my life has quickly become invaluable. In fact, it's hard to imagine making my dreams come true without your help. Because of that, I can't believe for a second that our meeting was just a coincidence. That means it must have been fate. Maybe it was a miracle. Or maybe some god empathized with me in my dreams.
I guess you could look at it like that.
Again, I don't mean the goddess of Fodlan, though I suppose it may be hard for you to grasp what I'm talking about.
No, not at all. You could mean in the sense of what the Almirans believe, or you could literally mean the player. As in there's some person controlling all their actions in the game. You could be super meta right now.
People all over the world have different ideas about who or what the gods are, right? Even in distant lands across the ocean or over the mountains. They have gods who see the world as a whole, who don't care about Fodlan's borders, who don't meddle in our affairs, who don't grant life or take it away. And maybe, sometimes, they'll make a miracle happen. A god like that, that's the sort of god I think I could believe in.
I see you, Claude. I think I understand.
Careful, Teach. You'll anger the followers of Seros if you say things like that.
I don't give a care. Aloise is cool. Shamir doesn't really care that much. Catherine? Kind of unsure. And I don't really think Hanneman or Manuela are very... They just teach here. I get that feeling.
I'm just speaking my mind, that's all. I think people should be free to believe in whatever gods they want.
Yeah, just don't argue with others with it, because that can get deadly.
If a person believes in a god and that god becomes a support system for them, that's a good thing. That's what a god should be.
I find the irony in my statement now that I'm literally thinking of we might be fighting against the Church of Seros for that specific reason.
Anyway, maybe I've overstepped a bit.
Though I have this in me, like my word should be law.
I'm the CPU of this nation, and that means I am the law. Whatever I do is the frickin' law.
It doesn't matter.
I knew you'd understand.
Of course, yeah, I like the way you think, Claude.
In any case, let's keep this conversation between the two of us, yeah?
Of course. Actually, I wonder if Claude's rank going up matters if I gave him the diary or not. Oh! Ingrid. Well. I feel like she might like Almond Blend. Well. Let's try.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
No. Hey, if this gets us Ingrid, then...
Quite delicious.
Okay. Dining partners.
Sure.
Okay, nope. That wasn't... I thought she liked eating so much. Okay, well that worked. Okay.
Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
Well, shoot. Oh man, I haven't looked down. Well, for the moment, we have some certifications to take care of. Alright, Leone. Alright, so Sword Master, obviously no. Assassin, no. Wait. She could work as a knight, honestly. Like, she's got the defense for it. But obviously she's gonna be a paladin. But let's just see the others. Wyvern Rider, Warrior. Interesting. Feet's too big for her. Sniper, which she is no longer on the track for that. No. Yeah, Paladin. Definitely. And what does she get? Terrain resistance. And with stats, don't tell me defense goes. Oh,
All that hard work's paid off.
that's it? Okay. Marianne. We already checked hers. She's gonna be a bishop. Which I would be interested to see how she would do as a warlock. What does she get? Oh, she gets terrain resistance though, so important. Now what does she get? Oh,
I
wow.
actually passed?
More defense can help. How does Lysith, darn it! How did I fail all people to get Lysithia up? And just show you how little I've been using her, or trying not to rely on her. Now, Claude, want you to be a sniper, but you're not ready yet. So I'll wait. There's no rush. And I can't do anything, so... yeah, alright. Well, we'll leave it at that. And obviously... we're gonna explore.
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you.
Thank you, Sothis.
Well, it would be ridiculous to not feel anything after something like that. Go on and let it out. I am here.
Alright. Now with that said... yo, where Edelgard at, though? Where Edelgard at, though? No one's mentioned this murdering... fiend! Where is she? I don't see her. I'm probably overlooking her, though. Oh, yeah, she's right there. She was always asking Edelgard stuff.
What happened to Gerald? It's terrible. If there's anything I can do, simply ask. Even if what you desire is revenge, I'll gladly lend you my power.
You don't know? I mean, you didn't know her that long, I guess, but still.
We can't let them get away with this.
Why don't you mention who it is? It's what was her name? Started with a K. Started with a K. To be honest, that starts with a K. Starts with a K. Anyways, what about where's Hubert? Even if he doesn't say anything, then nobody will. I know I'm kind of going out of order for this, but I just really want somebody to address who it was.
Professor.
Oh, wait.
I've never been much for condolences.
That makes sense. That's it? No, okay. Well.
You have lost your father. Now more than ever, do I understand how very lucky I am that you were able to save me.
Flame? I feel even worse now that I tried to get info out of her. She's a victim just as much.
Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
Just keep yourself out of trouble, alright? Can't lose you too. Dadgummit. So I guess that's really the first death of the playthrough, huh?
Hey, you.
Again, him dying wasn't so much of a surprise. It's who did it. It's who did it that was a surprise.
You've lost someone very dear to you. I'm so... You have my sympathy.
Thank you.
Manuela and I can take on some of your workload this month. We can't do all the teaching, but at least we can lighten the load for you.
I appreciate that.
I've always seen strength in your eyes. I know you'll recover. You're a very strong person.
Yo, man, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'll wait. I don't know if I'll need to use it. Almost tearing up because of that.
Right. I have something rather uncomfortable to discuss.
Okay.
It's about the weapon that killed Gerald.
Oh, yeah!
Will you listen?
I got distracted by that for a quick second. I did notice something about that. In Fire Emblem Heroes, Catria. Oh, you guys don't know well, some of you do, obviously. One of the units from an older game that shouldn't have anything to do with this one. No, it shouldn't. If it did, I would have heard Marth mention, or Crom. No, maybe not Crom. Or Naga. No, there are some. This game can't be related to the game I'm thinking about. Or maybe it can, because people theorize Almond Celica. Anyways, point is, Catria was wielding a blade that looked just like that. I don't recall ever seeing that weapon besides was it in Echoes? Anyways, tell me what you got. I'll listen.
It was a dagger, but I know enough to know it wasn't an ordinary dagger.
Yeah.
It wasn't made of iron or steel because, well, because whatever it was, the wound it left wasn't normal.
You studied him?
Who could make a blade like that, do you figure?
I don't know. These guys are... Oh, wait.
I wonder who they were.
Oh. Oh! Right. I was wondering, like, Soltis was here. I was like, what the heck?
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book?
Which one? Oh, my mother's ring.
That ring. I have seen it before.
Wait, don't tell me this is her Dragonstone.
Ah, I know. Gerald showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall? He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
Oh, right. Nope, that rules that theory out.
He also said that...
Guessing S ranks are now unlocked, so to speak. Not that I think... Well, you probably could have gotten there if you really focused on one particular person. Hey, Rhea.
Excuse me, Professor. How are you holding up?
She does look concerned, though.
I know how heavily grief weighs upon one's heart. I lost my mother some time ago. It was... Forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain as if it were brand new. Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace.
Now see, that's much more kind than the way she just summoned me. Like, hey, let me talk to you about how sorry I am.
First Tomas, and now Monica.
Okay!
I do have a theory, though I admit it is nothing more than speculation.
Talk to me, Seta, because people acting like she didn't exist for a second.
Both Tomas and Monica have each gone missing at one time or another.
Oh, wait a minute. That's right, they did mention something weird. Do you think their bodies have been possessed or something?
It was reported that when Monica returned from her disappearance, she began to act like a completely different person. As if, perhaps, the real Monica had been killed and replaced by an imposter.
Seth, my man. My man. You thinking. I like that.
Thinking of it like that, it is possible that this Solon had been impersonating Tomas for some time.
That would explain a lot, actually.
How they managed such a convincing change of appearance, though, I still do not understand.
They're not human. They're not dragon. They're something else. They're the creatures of the dark that I read about in that book. What they want? I mean, do they really need anything more than just to be evil?
Tomas, and now Monica. I am so sorry. The failing was clearly our own.
I wouldn't really pass the blame around, but if I could speak, I would have. Hilda was the only one like, hey, Professor, that Monica girl, she kind of weird.
We didn't notice the enemy's invasion, and now Gerald. I apologize. There is nothing I can say to atone for our sins.
There is nothing you did wrong.
Professor, please do not let your guard down even among the people of the monastery.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There is no way to know where another enemy may be hiding.
Wait a minute. Could they have replaced Rhea? Because remember, Gerald said he used to revere Rhea, but then... I mean, it could be... No, Rhea seems like she would be always under lock and key. Honestly, if they got to Rhea, then yeah, this church is really... They fail. She's the most secured person here.
Monica von Ox. There's nothing suspicious in her past that would suggest this change of character. Her transformation must have something to do with her disappearance last year.
That's a real good thing. Wait, no, Flayn is the same. Flayn is Flayn.
Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. I wonder who kidnapped her and why.
What is it? Do they want powerful? I can't even check if what Monica's crest was. Alright.
I'm scared. I feel that I don't understand the world.
Yeah, that's understanding. Just seeing people, that you thought were normal, just straight up go killing people.
How could something like that happen to Gerald? He was so strong.
Hey, don't worry. I'm still here, and as long as I'm here, I'm gonna protect you all.
You're inspiring, Professor. I'll do my best.
Alright. Let's make our rounds. Was it Chronica? I think that was her name. Chronica. Like time.
Professor.
Which is... No. Chronica is somebody different. Chronia, maybe? I don't remember.
Oh, Goddess, hear my prayer. Please receive this beloved person. When the cold rain washes the body, when the bird and wolf announce the dawn.
Oh, that's all Myron, definitely.
Receive them into your blue blood. Receive them into a twinkling star. That's a morning scripture from the Church of Saros.
Oh no.
Lady Rhea taught it to me. I pray that Gerald is happy in the next world.
Thanks, Cyril. Alright, what else we got?
Excuse me.
Not just Tomas, but Monica, too.
Okay, thank you. More people are mentioning this traitor.
We can't be sure who to trust anymore, can we?
Like, say her name. Well, I mean, okay. You know what? Actually, it's not. It's sympathy to the old person who used to inhabit that body. Because they died, and now their name is being... Like, they will be forever known as the person... Well... Tomas too.
Who are these people, really? What do they want?
They want to see the world burn, from what I gather.
I'm not even close to being strong enough. I mean, Gerald was so much stronger than me, but even he... That's enough. I can't dwell on the past. There's no way to know what my future holds, but I do know one thing.
It was a sneak attack, Casper. Don't think that.
Whatever happens, I have to make my own way in this world. I have to keep pushing so I can grow even stronger.
But yeah, definitely get stronger.
You gotta keep yourself active during tough times, Professor. Even if it seems impossible.
Yeah, you would know about that, huh, Raphael?
That's how I got through it when I lost my parents.
Wow.
If you need help with anything, just come and see me. Eating and training are my specialties.
Thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. Yo, I feel like Dimitri kind of reminds me of Sasuke in a weird way. Well, maybe I shouldn't say Sasuke. Maybe... Not Sherman. Come on, think of a normal person who just wanted revenge.
I'm so sorry about what happened to Gerald. No, of course my sorrow is nothing compared to yours.
Hey, it's okay, man. I get what you mean.
The Knights are even now searching for our enemy's whereabouts. They are to report back the moment they find something. If you desire revenge, Professor, you can count me in.
Wait, I didn't check.
The Knight, if you desire...
You don't really mean that. I can't recruit you. Darn it. Alright. But I do want blood. Make no mistake. Oh, yeah, alright. Now, maybe I should have just waited for Leonie's support convo. Because it clearly seems like she's acting like he's still alive. I think that might just be a mistake on the game designer's point. So, I might dock off a few points. But no. I love this game to death right now. Just that was incredibly weird and kind of mood-breaking, but...
Captain Gerald's gone. He's gone. And we'd only just reunited.
See, this is much better.
I'm sorry. I'm sure this is even harder on you. But I just can't... I can't believe...
Like, Leonie liked him pretty much as anybody. So to hear her just speaking normally, it was very off-putting. But alright. And now it is time for the question of the day. Man, they changed the song because of what this woman did. I mean, and her real name is Krania. That, I'll speak more on that later. It's kind of a pattern, isn't it? As you can see, I'm speaking about this moment quite often. And I feel that's valid considering what happened. Also, you know, you gotta keep in mind this is the same day for me. Like, these scenes are happening like one after the other. There's no huge gap in between. But anyways, right now I want to ask you all about Leonie. That's the question of the day. Because they stalled her B rank with the Avatar until after he died. And to me, I can't help but feel that was the wrong placement. So I just want to ask you all, do you think Leonie's B rank shouldn't have been locked at this point or unlocked at this point? You know, one way or the other. Although I feel like it should be, me personally, I feel like it should have been included with the others B rank. You know, I could have gotten it early on before this point, ideally, and maybe her future conversations would be locked past the B point. Because honestly, it kind of made me angry at her when I heard that, because he had just died. Like, it was last episode, and like literally, like I said, it happened right after that moment happened. As you can see, my anger with Monica in this episode as well. Just the sight of her, but anyways. And so when I heard Leone just acting like I didn't appreciate him and I'm sitting here sad over him, it's like, this is literally one of the worst things that they could do. So actually, you would think with how many patches I've gotten, they would have fixed it by now, or people would have complained about it. But anyways, that's the question I have for you all. Do you think Leone's B rank conversation should have been locked like the others? So please post your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you all next time. A dream world, huh? That's correct, Futaba. That's a nice way of looking at it. That's a great way of looking at it.